At one time, it seemed Andrew Bynum was a 7-footer with limitless potential. With his ability to score on the low block, be one of the league leaders in rebounding, as well as be an opportunistic defensive player, it seemed he was going to be the Lakers' center for the foreseeable future. However, after several bad three-point attempts, as well as a trade that led him in Philadelphia, where he didn't play a single minute, and now everyone questions his effort. Bynum is just in need of a second chance, and luckily for him, Miami has a hole at center. It's essentially a match made in heaven. How will Bynum fare in his first game? Let's find out against the Wizards. A question arose this offseason. What is the best backcourt in the NBA? Many look to the sharp shooting of Golden State, while others praised the experience and accolades of the Spurs. Another team was mentioned, the Wizards, led by point guard John Wall, one of the most explosive guards in the league, who has progressed as a shooter as well as a leader, where he took this team all the way to the second round before losing to the favorite Indiana Pacers. His partner in crime, Bradley Beal. He can finish the fast break as well as anyone, but the real scary part is his shooting, which has already drawn him comparisons to Ray Allen, in only his third season. Together, these two could take the Eastern Conference by storm. However, there was once a time when having Dwayne Wade on your team single-handedly made you one of the best backcourts. It didn't matter who your point guard was, and Wade will look to show the youngsters of Washington, as well as the league, that he's still got it. Add that to the fact that the newly signed and longtime Miami rival Paul Pierce is in the building, and tonight should be a fun one. It's the Wizards and the Heat. The Washington Wizards are in town to open up the season, and this play here, a pick and pop with Mario Chalmers and Chris Bosh on the top of the key, that play essentially summed up this entire game for us. We ran a lot of pick and rolls along the perimeter, and given the personnel that we have, we were successful in doing so. It seemed like no matter who was dribbling the ball, moving the ball from point A to point B, or who I was passing to get an open shot, it seemed like a positive result was always going to come out of it. And you saw in that last clip, Mario Chalmers hit the open three-pointer. And when I asked you guys in the last video what we should do with the point guard situation, a good number of you actually wanted Mario Chalmers gone, which surprised me because I figured of the 3 point guards we have, he was the one who was untouchable. I mean, I think he's our best defender and is probably the best shooter as well, so it was surprising to me for that even to be a discussion of Mario Chalmers, whether he should be on this team or not. I figured that was just a no-brainer, if you will. You see here, he gets another open jump shot. It seems that in this game, the CPU has a tendency to leave guys open, especially on a pick and roll, so that's something you have to take advantage of. And you see here, Andrew Bynum, he's taken Marcin Gortat on the low post, and that's going to go in almost every time. Andrew Bynum was the best name available for us. Given what we need, which is a guy who can score down low, he was the best option. The only other consideration was Andre Blatch, but Bynum is great at the one thing that we really need. Now you'll notice, even though Bynum is the new acquisition, he's not starting. Chris Anderson is the guy starting. That's because I do really like the idea of setting the tone early with Chris Anderson's rebounding and his defense. But those aren't the only guys on this team. You see here, Danny Granger finishes the fast break. He was another guy that, if I was passing him the ball, I felt confident in his ability to just do something. I mean, a lot of these guys, the one thing they're great at is hitting jump shots, and that's great to have. I mean, Luol Deng, Danny Granger, like I just mentioned. And then once again, Andrew Bynum bullying guys down low. He had Paul Pierce on him that time, and I mean, Pierce has a few pounds on him, but it's nothing close to even stopping Andrew Bynum. Now, if you may notice, I've used what you may call a turnaround hook shot. I've tried the conventional hook shot, and I don't know if they just made it more difficult or if it's release-based now, but that one just doesn't go in for me at all, so I've been using that more turnaround hook shot. But you notice here, Shabazz Napier, I asked you guys in the last video, who do you want to see as the backup point guard? And in a ridiculous landslide, Shabazz Napier won over Norris Cole. And as of right now, I think it was the right decision. He hit that jump shot for me there. His release crept up on me a little bit. It was a little longer than I would have thought, but still got it to go in there. And I think 2K was very generous with Shabazz Napier. He's like a 75 overall, and His three-pointer is strong as well, as you will see from that result right there. Now at this point, you notice we're starting to pull away. Washington made a little bit of an effort, but when you're leaving Danny Granger wide open, it's just going to be a long night for you. And the rest of the game followed the status quo. We ended up with a 16-point victory. I'll admit, this game felt a bit easy. I was playing on All-Star difficulty with simulation sliders. I'm probably going to bump that up to Superstar. Hopefully that'll be good enough, because if you've been playing 2K long enough, you know how frustrating and not fun Hall of Fame can be, and I'd rather not deal with that. So hopefully Superstar will work out. We're going to see the player of the game here, the one guy that I didn't show at all, Dwayne Wade. Now, we got a victory tonight, but we're not done yet. We have some more things to talk about. Specifically, given that Andrew Bynum and Shabazz Napier are regulars in the rotation now, that means Norris Cole and Josh McRoberts are on their way out. And in my opinion, the last thing we need to really complete this roster is a quality shooting guard off the bench, because at one time in this game, Mario Chalmers and Shabazz Napier were on the court at the same time. I'm not in love with that. So I was looking around the league and I saw three names: Lou Williams, Dion Waiters, and Vince Carter. I think one of these three guys would be great for us, and we can use Norris Cole and Josh McRoberts as the trade pieces to get them there. So let me know who you want to see. Do you want to see Vinsanity, Big Shot Lou, or I haven't thought of a nickname for Dion Waiters, so Dion Waiters. Pick one of those three. Thank you for watching. I'm out.